This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Terry Taylor would wind up dropping the title to Adrian Street in Shreveport, Louisiana in September of 1984. And later on would send Adrian out of the territory in a loser leaves town match. Some of our younger listeners might not be familiar with his work, but I actually saw Adrian Street in Continental down in Montgomery TV when I was a kid. Boy, talk about a different presentation, especially for the era. What do you think of Adrian Street?
Adrian's a hell of a guy. Still alive, probably in his 80s. Known as one of the toughest men ever in wrestling. You know, came from the coal mines, Great Britain. He was a coal miner. Dad was a coal miner. He was a shooter, a legit shooter. But he had this gimmick where he was, I guess it's for today's audience, he would be kind of a cross between a Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury, flamboyant, apparently gay wrestler. And he had a 6-foot valet who was his wife, Miss Linda. But Adrian Street had all the stuff that like a guy like Steven Regal would have, all those little counters and reversals and things of that nature. And he was just a fabulously unique performer. But you know, the worst thing that happens is a fan would think as you're leaving the arena or arriving that this guy's not, he's playing for the other team. So I can probably whip his ass.
Nope.
Big mistake. So, but Adrian was interesting. Hey, I think Adrian may have been brought in by Bill Dundee, who was a booker there at a time and did a real good job. It's not fair that some people say, well, all Dundee did was rehash the Memphis angles. It didn't make a shit what he rehashed, or if that is even true. But Dundee had a lot of respect for Adrian. He had to sell Cowboy on it because Cowboy was not big on promoting the quote unquote gay lifestyle. I'm sure Cowboy has probably eased off that stance at this stage of his life. So, but Dundee sold him on it, and Adrian, he was so much fun to interview because he kind of hit on you. So here's young JR getting hit on by this short 5'8", thick, tattooed, tough guy. And if you didn't know he was a tough guy, you sure as hell wouldn't guess it. It's out of the box. So I think Dundee had a big part of that. And we got a nice little run out of Adrian in that deal. And I remember, I'm pretty sure the way that Adrian won the TV title is that he had Taylor back to the ropes, and the referee steps in, breaking on the left because they're both right-handed, and he says break, and Taylor backs up a step, and Adrian grabs him by the face and kisses him right on the lips. And Taylor's so much in shock that he went down. Adrian may have grabbed some tights or something, but Adrian won the title in that manner, a kiss. And I remember talking to Cowboy. He said, "Do you think we screwed up that deal?" "No, I don't know. I don't think so." He said, "I didn't want to really go that far with it." I said, "Well, it's that cat's out of the bag now, buddy."
Yeah, it is.
But I liked Adrian. He was a colorful character. Anybody that's got access to streaming YouTube or whatever, check him out, because you're going to be really impressed by what he could do as a wrestler, specifically a heel. And all that was based on was homophobia. Simple as that. Homophobic people were afraid of Adrian. They didn't, well, I don't want him to touch me. Or, maybe the gayness will rub off on me. I'll become gay. Maybe it's hereditary. maybe it's like getting the flu. So crazy shit. But Adrian was interesting. I liked Adrian.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.